Hermes lovers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya and I am also an Hermes lover. Today we will be talking about Hermes Paris, a place where all Hermes dreams can come true for you. And if you want more Hermes tips, subscribe to my channel for weekly Hermes videos. About 2 months ago, I created Hermes Paris Roadmap because I was getting so many questions. Tanya, how did you get your mini Kelly in Paris? Did you have an appointment? How to get an appointment? I'm traveling to Paris and I want an Hermes bag. So I was getting so many questions. I was overwhelmed trying to help everybody. That's why I sat down one weekend and I created a roadmap for you guys. And this is a 2 month update from my followers trying to get Hermes bags in Paris. And as always, I'm going to be very candid with my own successes and failures and my followers when it's pertaining to my roadmap. When I went to Paris for the first time and I really wanted to buy an Hermes bag, I really knew nothing much about Hermes Paris or how to get an appointment and things like that. It was very hard for me. It was a lot of trial and error. You know, I had both good and bad experiences in Hermes Paris. And also I have been a social media creator for a while and I have been participating in a lot of conversations about Hermes Paris. So I was trying to put all of my experience and everything I knew about Hermes Paris in one guide or roadmap for everybody who is going to Paris. Like, I would have killed to have my roadmap the first time I was going to Paris. It would have saved me so much money and time. So I wanted to share a little update about the successes and the failures of my followers using my roadmap in Paris trying to score a bag. As always, it is very hard to get an appointment for bags in Paris. My guide gives you a few different ways to get an Hermes appointment or how to get a bag without an appointment. One common similarity that I am seeing from my followers who do end up getting an Hermes appointment, if you have not shopped with Hermes before, now if you come in with a prior purchase history, it's very hard to be offered a quota bag, which is a Birkin or a Kelly or even a Constance. Now I feel like at appointments, a lot of my followers have been offered really strange Hermes bags, like not even a picotin. Like in Hermes Paris, they try to push for, you know, their newest runway bags and newest colors and things like that. So in my roadmap, I give my advice and recommendation, what to say at the appointment, how to behave and things like that to increase your chances for success. And I do feel like when people actually follow my advice and do what I tell them to do, they end up walking out with a Kelly or a Birkin from their appointments. Now, I am actually here to report a lot of success with getting Hermes quota bags such as a Kelly or a Birkin without appointments in Paris. I do believe that because of my roadmap and, you know, the breakdown of how to get a bag without an appointment, that has been very successful because I feel like more people are traveling to Paris and more people are really trying to get an appointment versus trying to get a handbag, which is not just a handbag but a Birkin or a Kelly. So everybody's going crazy, like, how do I get an appointment? How do I get an appointment? Because they hear that they need to have an appointment. But I do feel like in the last 2 months since the release of my roadmap, a lot of people have been successful getting bags without an appointment. And so many of my followers have sent me beautiful scores from Paris because of my roadmap. And I always appreciate if you send me, you know, what you got, what was on your wish list versus what you got. You know, it always makes me happy knowing that the tips that I give you, they actually work and it's not just one-sided. So I always appreciate feedback and I look forward to seeing more of your successes in the future. Now, there have been some followers who have not been able to get bags, unfortunately, even when they had my roadmap. So this is what I wanted to mention. My roadmap does not guarantee you an Hermes bag. And if there is anyone that guarantees you a result with Hermes, that's probably not the best course of action, because there's never any guarantees with Hermes, and every Hermes journey will be unique and different, which is why we don't share sales associates, because the person that I click with may be a very different person than you click with. So I just wanted to report that there have been some people that have not been successful at getting Hermes bags in Paris. I do feel like some of these people did not follow my advice per se in the roadmap. So again, I think it's very important that like you follow the roadmap as best as you can, especially in the pages when I'm saying like why I think I failed to get an Hermes bag in Paris once. I mean, I was offered a her bag, which I refused, but I had an appointment and I was not offered a Birkin or a Kelly, and I list the reasons why I think I didn't get it. And I don't lie in the sales page of my Paris roadmap. I say get closer to your dream bag in Paris. Obviously, I don't give any guarantees, but I think that having my roadmap really increases your chances of getting a nice offer in Paris. Definitely. And again, I would have loved to have this guide when I went to Paris, because I think it would have definitely saved me a few $1,000s. Now, the last thing that I will say about Paris. Paris is a gamble. You might walk out with a bag of your dreams and you might not. But if you score, like what my followers tell me, how my roadmap helped them. Sometimes they get bags that are so difficult to get in the US. Like one of my followers scored a two-tone, I think it was a special order, Kelly 25 in alligator, like in crocodile leather. So it's, you know, a Kelly 25. Some other of my followers were offered a special order on the spot without prior purchase history, which is also crazy. So I feel like in Paris, again, it's a gamble. You may get the bag and you may not get the bag, but if you do, the chances of you getting an amazing bag are so high, because Paris is mothership. Paris is where they have the most stock. Paris is where all of your dreams can come true. If you're dreaming about an exotic bag, about a special edition bag, like so many of my followers were offered like incredible special editions that come in blue box, you know, like the blue Hermes box in Paris. And I personally have been offered a mini Kelly without an appointment. Like, I just don't think that this, I mean, obviously, maybe it will happen that, you know, in other places you're offered a mini Kelly, just like that. Paris is really like the place where your dreams can come true. So if you are going to Paris, I do recommend that you at least try to get your dream bag in Paris. And especially if you are a collector that has a lot of bags, and maybe there are like some rare bags that you have been after, like I'm telling you, Paris is the place to go. I know so many people were offered Faubourg Birkin in mothership of Paris, and usually like that bag is just so hard to come by, you know. I know people who were offered Picnic Birkins and Kellys in Paris. So it's definitely a place, if you are lucky, if the stars align, you can really score big. I am here to help with my roadmap, just to educate you a little bit and help you improve your chances at making sure that your dreams come true in Paris. And if you want more proof and to see the bags scored in Paris, feel free to go to my Instagram highlights, either in the folder Your Scores or Hermes Paris, and then see the kind of bags that my followers have been getting with the help of my roadmap. As always, with love.